Brian Walshe, who's accused of killing and dismembering his wife, Anna Walshe, in the early morning hours of New Year's Day 2023, has been sent to Bridgewater State Hospital in Massachusetts for a competency evaluation, and his trial date has been continued. What does that all mean? I'm Catherine, this is Note My Objection. Let's get into it. First, defense files a motion to continue. They listed 3 basic reasons why. Number 1 is that he was assaulted in custody. Allegations are that he was stabbed, and the defense says basically not only is he physically unable to sit, during the trial in the courtroom, but he also is mentally and emotionally not in a state to be able to assist in the preparation of his defense, which he has a right to do. Number 2, they say the Commonwealth is doing late DNA testing and that they're not going to have the results of this test in time to properly prepare and therefore would be prejudiced if forced to go to trial. And number 3, that the Commonwealth has not provided all of the discovery from the U.S. Attorney's investigation into the Karen Read case because Michael Proctor, who was on the Karen Read case, also was on the Brian Walshe case. And then if they're forced to go to trial without having seen that discovery, they're not able to mount a full defense. And so therefore that they asked the court to continue the trial date. The Commonwealth responded with an opposition. As to the first, their response is he was sent to the hospital but wasn't admitted and was back at the jail within a few hours. So not so substantially injured that he can't sit for trial. They also say the defense hasn't provided any doctor's notes, medical records that would support their request for a continuance. Number 2, as to the DNA testing, there was a case that just came down from the SJC called Gordon. Essentially what the SJC said was that the use of a substitute analyst when presenting scientific evidence violates a defendant's Fifth Amendment right to confront the witnesses against them. We call that the confrontation clause. And so because the Commonwealth thinks that their chemist is going to be unavailable, they said in the abundance of caution, we're going to retest. So just in case that person's unavailable, we have a backup chemist. And then they say, or you can otherwise stipulate to the first, but no one's ever going to do that. And number 3, they say basically we've provided everything from the Proctor discovery, and despite the fact that he's misogynistic and defamatory, it doesn't really have anything to do with this case, and there's no indication that there's anything exculpatory or admissible in the Walshe trial that came from the federal materials. So what the judge did was ordered him to Bridgewater State Hospital. And that's likely because the defense raised a question as to his mental state, and a judge can't allow a defendant to go to trial if they're not competent. So I imagine she likely would have denied the motion to continue, but for the raising of the issue of mental health competency. So as of right now, it's continued. They have a further date, October 27th, I believe, for a status on the competency. If he's found competent by the court, I expect we will see a trial date in 6 to 8 weeks. Hope that helps. And don't forget to subscribe.